Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sincere Podcast. This is our first ever episode, and today we're with Miss Chiara Garcia.
Thank you so much for having me, but I really don't
Don't
like
the
that
miss.
miss.
Okay,
No.
we're not calling her Miss. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course, this
Yeah.
has been our plan. So finally on a Friday afternoon, we are making this happen, and the kids are here too. Say hi, Sally. And Hido is sleeping there, but just have to mention that they're also here. Sincere Podcast is where we, Shara,
And Casey.
sister duo behind Sincere Studios, sit down and have heart-to-hearts with our fellow deep feelers and overthinkers.
We talk about feelings and thoughts,
What we do with them,
how we make sense of them.
a lot of times with pen and paper,
So we talk about journaling a lot.
as well as personal growth and life and everything in between.
We imagine these sincere conversations keeping you company during slow days at home,
In between work or while doing your chores.
or maybe while you're commuting or driving to and from work.
We'd love to give you some nice things to think about.
So we launched Sincere Podcast with the very first special episode interviewing our very own creative director, 10 plus years writer of feelings, my sister Shara. We talk about so many good things here and with a lot of good advice for those who struggle to write, maybe because of lack of time, or also a bit of dread over blank pages or embarrassing thoughts and feelings. I won't keep you any longer. Let's enjoy our first episode.
So Sari's just gonna sleep here while we do this quick podcast session with you guys.
This is where the journaling started, right here in this cozy room. It's been about... How old were you when you were here? When you started journaling in this room?
I don't have really clear memories of what age I started to journal, but I just remember being a young girl and having pen and paper and just really enjoying throwing out whatever I had in my head and heart into that piece of paper. It was just, it came really naturally to me. I would write songs and poetry. It was natural, I think, for me to express myself on a piece of paper.
Wow. I love
I know
that. How old
that's a
were you?
big
Were you
deal,
12? Were you
right?
in high school, grade school?
Oh, probably grade school, even kinder maybe.
That's so young. Okay.
I know, it's so
Ay,
young.
nako.
I don't know where I got the idea. Maybe from Ate Reg. And
Ate Reg.
Ate Reg, yeah, because
Okay.
she used to, I mean, she's also very much a writer,
That's true.
right? So, I don't know if, I'm trying to trace where I got the influence.
Okay.
But
There's an influence.
for sure, but not sure. Not sure where. Not
Okay.
sure who.
All right. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that Shara is actually one of Sincere's inspirations from the stationery to the podcast and to the future projects that we have. So thank you so much. Iyak na siya.
I mean, thank you so much. But
Yes.
also, okay, thank you.
All right. Well, before I dive into my questions, how are you? How are you doing these past few months?
Yeah, I think last year was really full of travels for us because that was 2023 felt like that year where we could really go out of the house and the country and not feel so afraid of COVID. So I think my first priority was really to travel, to get out as much as we can. So, yeah, me, Ate Trisha went to travel to the US and Canada, and then we went to Korea. And it was really, really tiring, like a good kind of happy tiring. But I decided December to make 2024 more of a time for me to enjoy time being at home and not really being at home just in this room like it was during the pandemic, but to be home in the Philippines to really explore different parts of Metro Manila, to try different cafes and to go on out of town trips. I mean, these are like my little adventures for this year. And I really want to establish more of a routine with my work. I feel like I've always really, really struggled with having a routine for work. So that's something that I'm working on this year. So it's like doing a lot of trial and error again, trying to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. Because I'm trying to be more disciplined, but at the same time, I'm seeing that, maybe that doesn't work with my kind of brain and my kind of body.
Right.
So yeah, just trying to take one day at a time, figuring things out as I go. Yeah, but mostly it's been good. I feel like the past few months have been good. Of course, there are hard days, but mostly I am grateful for a lot of things.
Yes, that's what I love about you also. So you just stay happy, stay positive,
I try.
I think
that's
what,
like my survival. That's how I
my.
survive this life.
Yeah, I really like that. So I think it's time now to ask you my questions. And I think you've been journaling for almost more than a decade, 15 years, something like that. Yeah. So why do you journal, Shara?
I feel like it's so deeply ingrained in who I am as a person because I've been doing it since I was a young girl. But yeah, apart from it feeling like it's part of who I am as a person, I journal because I need to get a lot of the thoughts and feelings that I have out into a piece of paper. So I always like saying that I'm sort of a keeper of memories and ideas and feelings. I just like the idea of recording a lot of these things that I go through every day. Happy memories, sad moments, collecting each one of them every day. And it's sort of an outlet. But at the same time, I collect them because I know that I will be able to use them someday for anything that I would create, from, this about me, Casey. I love creating different things, taking photographs and making films. So I find that when I collect all these little somethings, sweet nothings from each day, then I can turn it into something beautiful someday, maybe.
Yeah, so it's like a life treasure that's not just an item or a thought. It's your life.
Yeah.
Being documented.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't do that. They don't journal. What's your take on that? If we don't journal, what do we miss out on?
Yeah, I remember writing something on my website, the About page. And then I wrote there that writing is how, I'm just gonna look at it because I said it so well. This is one really interesting about me is that my brain to mouth coordination is not very good. For some reason, whenever I release something through my mouth from my brain, it's not as well thought out. But when I write down, so like my brain to fingers coordination is very, very good.
Your what?
My brain to fingers coordination is very, very good. I feel like things I say just make more sense when I'm writing them down.
Yeah, I think all of us naman.
Really? I don't think so. Some people are so eloquent when
And yet
they
when
talk.
they write,
and
it's
then when they
different.
write, it's like, crew, like it's so blank. But for me, I feel like something's happening throughout like that process from my brain to my fingers.
It's too
I feel
fast.
like I'm already making sense of thoughts, and then I don't know. I guess I'm just more used to talking to my paper, to my journals, than people. Being the introvert, some people won't believe I'm an introvert, but yeah, being the introvert that I am. So hold on. You know what? Can't find it right now.
Okay, we'll skip that part na lang.
No. But I guess what I said there was writing is how I live my life twice over.
Okay. Yeah.
So the thing about recording memories and good moments, lonely times, is that when you reread them again, it's like you're able to live that moment twice or thrice, depending on how many times you are able to open yourself up to reading that again, right? So
Really? Wow.
you know, because I think most people, when they have something nice in their life, something nice happen, they're not able to really relish it anymore in the future because they weren't able to capture it either through a photograph or a video or writing it on a piece of paper. So I think that's what they miss out on if they don't journal. They're not able to really, again, collect those life moments that are so fun to relive and to remember.
That's true.
But again, we always talk about this, right? That it's different for everybody. So, yeah, whatever works for you. And maybe if it takes too much time, maybe you don't even have headspace and heart space to write down. Maybe even time, right? Maybe they lack the time to really journal. Don't let that pressure you. Don't let that stop you from occasionally writing down even literally bullets or 1 word, 3 words to describe how you feel or what makes you grateful.
That's impossible.
Why?
You're gonna write a paragraph for that.
Yeah, not a lot of people are used to doing that though. So I would always suggest to start small, little by little.
We'll be doing that now in the journaling workshops, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our secret project pala.
Not so secret anymore.
Not so secret. Yeah, so we'll be doing that to help you guys. Yeah.
So Casey and I always talk about journaling and why we think more people should learn how to journal. We want people to be less afraid of the idea of journaling. It's really simple, and you can, again, like what I said, start very, very small. So that's something that we're really looking forward to meet more people in person and to share some tips on how to journal simply.
True. Make it simple lang.
Make it simple.
Yeah, make it simple.
You don't have to do all the stickers and different
Grabe.
color ball
We won't
pens.
boodle you guys, don't worry. No, walang boodle dito. Ano lang tayo. Pen and paper and heart.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, so I have another question for you. How has journaling helped you?
How has journaling
Kasi diba you
helped me?
started way back pa. So, how has it helped you? It's been a long time. Syempre, nag-iba ka na, diba? Different ka na. Yeah. So, that's my question. How has it helped you? Deep, no? Pero in essence lang. How has it helped
I
you?
mean, it's not really, it's kind of deep, but also it's not because
okay.
I am well aware of how journaling has really helped me survive the toughest times and years in my life. Again, I feel like a lot of things happen inside this brain of mine, of all of us, all of us, right? All of our brains kind of go crazy and haywire, especially when we're going through really, really difficult times. So that's one thing I would say it really helped me to survive that time when I was really struggling with a lot of things happening in my head and the heart. I really had to pour out everything, all my thoughts, my feelings. Literally, I have this one thick journal, and I would just scribble really fast, like everything happening in my mind. I had to get it out on a piece of paper, because if it stayed in my head, it would just go on overdrive. Like I would go really, 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 maybe not crazy, but
overload.
I really also had to step away from the thoughts, because when they're just in your brain, you can't really understand them as much. But when you're able to place them on a piece of paper, you can separate yourself from your thoughts and your feelings. You can look at them from another perspective, more objectively. And I think that just helps you to understand your situation better, to think more clearly. And actually, what I was doing at that time, more than I ever have in the past, with journaling, was to write down everything that I was really, really, really grateful for. So I was constantly looking, really searching for all the good things, all the gifts of each day, and writing everything down. And literally, I felt like, because at that time I had acute stress disorder, and from the sounds of it palang, no, like it's very, very stressful. A lot of different symptoms that I wasn't used to. But writing down what I was grateful for every day, like literally down to the littlest, most petty things, I would write about it. And I felt like being grateful and using my pen and paper to record all of that was shifting my brain and healing me in such an amazing way, actually, because it was literally like, if my brain is like facing the right, doing that practice every day was like making me like literally go the other way. So from more negative and anxious and stressed to more positive and grateful, hopeful. It's really amazing. Yeah, it really,
so cool.
really, really helped me survive that time. But yeah, I guess not just that time. Every day, I feel like writing helps me to understand myself better.
So Mormon parang na ano yung brain mo.
I do
Mas
feel it
nasa-shape?
alters your brain.
Wow. Thank you for doing that, for answering that question. My next question is, how do you start writing? Do you have to get in the zone, or do you just pull out your paper? Okay. And I see you writing in the car.
Do I write in the car?
You write in the car. You write sometimes while walking in the restaurant. So I don't know how you get in the zone. Like, okay, brings out her notebook and just starts writing. And I'm like, am I a normal person? I ask myself.
Why?
Am I a normal person? Because I don't write here. Okay, how do you do that?
Or is the question, is she a normal person?
Yeah, is she normal? Because I don't do that. So how do you do that? Or, why no? Why na? Pero how, actually? Yung tanong ko. How? How do you get in the zone?
There is no
It's
zone.
so hard to write in the car.
There is no zone. I feel like a lot of my writing habits is really based on mood, and I'm always in the mood to
Paano
write.
na yung wala sa mood?
Kung wala ka sa mood, just write anyway. Write
talaga?
all the time. Write whenever you can. Yeah, because you're not meant to just write about good things, right?
Okay.
You're meant to write about
That's
everything.
good. That's how you alter your brain.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no... See, the thing about writing is you can't prejudge yourself. You can't judge that these are good thoughts and these are bad thoughts. You can't... With writing, you have to let loose. You have to let go.
Wow.
You have to accept that at this
Parang
moment,
bungee jump.
there are good things and bad things, and you just freely collect that. You write that down on that piece of paper. Sometimes I just scribble something really quick. It's not
okay.
really, we're all busy. We all have a lot of things going on. I cannot say that I write every day. I want to, but at most, I would say I jot down random notes on my phone. So it's not even pen and paper all the time. But I really try every time I have a good conversation with someone and I want to remember something, I really just quickly. Oh, you know what? One example, we were having lunch a while ago.
A while ago.
Yes, and then I had my journal downstairs with me.
Okay.
So it's this Calm Days, which is of course by Sincere Studios. And I was writing down something really quick from yesterday that I don't want to forget. And Casey just, as usual, started sharing some things. And see, this is how I record things. I wrote down what you said.
Okay, what
because
did
I felt
say?
like I want to remember that.
wow.
So she was sharing with me about how she, I don't know if this is okay to share, but how she's been crying every night the past few days because our mom's death anniversary was just around
A month ago, yeah.
so this is usually the time when her death is like really fresh to each one of us. So she was sharing that with me, and then she said that she would pray and she would tell God, she would tell Jehovah, I hope to get to know you better when I'm perfect.
Oh.
And that really touched me. I mean, that's so beautiful to say, right? Like, that is such a good
Yeah, that was a thought
prayer.
at 2 a.m.
And then Casey said, how can I be happy? Tell me how to be happy. Oh, so you know, it's like little things that touch you, little things that intrigue you, makes you curious, makes you grateful.
You can take note of that.
I try
Those
to
things.
take note of it.
That's good.
And if I don't have pen and paper, I write it
Yeah.
down with my phone notes just to remember.
Yeah.
Something that you
Funny.
can think about
She'll
later on.
she'll be writing on her notes app in the middle of nowhere.
And that's like my my
It's like,
habit
okay,
now.
she's in another era, another
I actually didn't
zone.
know that you noticed that.
Yeah.
Is it all the time?
Hindi naman.
Not really, right? I could still be like pretty
Yeah,
present.
oo. Pero I don't wanna bother you kasi you're in your zone.
Oh,
You know, you're capturing
so I have
something. Para ka
moments
nag-document
of
na para
that.
nakita ko ng tiger, guys. Ganon.
Oh,
So, parang the
really?
tiger
Like,
is
it's
the
kind of-
size. It has white strips. The moment na parang, okay, she's on her phone, it's like a long paragraph.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
Interesting.
I don't do that. And I wish I did, but I don't yet. Okay. My next question, I think you already answered it. Do you like to write on good days or on sad days? Or both?
I write on both days. Because again, I don't judge thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
And I don't even know if there's like a good day or a bad day. Because for me, sometimes it's like a bad 9 to 11 a.m. And then I can shift or eventually feel better by 12. So I think there's really a lot of acceptance for me with how I feel and the things that I think of. So I don't judge them and I write everything down in a piece of paper. Whatever the thoughts and feelings are. I don't want to judge them. I just want to be real, you know. And I think that's the best thing about journaling is that this piece of paper is not going to judge you. Literally, you can say anything and everything to it, and you won't be afraid of someone looking at you. No one will be judging you. So just let it be a time for you to let go and just be real and honest, because we all need that. We all need that safe space to be just us. Our imperfect selves, you know. No need to self-edit. No need to be guilty about human feelings, human emotions. That really is, for me, the core of journaling and what I really love about it. It's discovering who you really are, even if it's not always a discovery that, you know, makes you happy, because you can be embarrassed about how you feel and think.
Yeah.
But what matters is that you're real to yourself, because that's how you can grow
you.
to, and that's
you. Yeah.
And that's how you'll be able to see, oh, so this is something that I think, but maybe I can improve on it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
it's just a way to grow. Journaling has been a huge part of my growth as a human.
Well, that was really nice. Thank you for expounding on that. So my next question is, do you write to remember to forget? Also, I think collector ka ng memories. So do you write to forget also?
That's a very interesting
Diba?
question.
Do you write to forget? Or to understand? You said earlier to understand, so I think I got that. How about forget?
Yeah, I think yes. I do write for all those reasons. To remember, to forget, to understand. To forget, yes. I mean, to emphasize on that, yes. Because for me, it helps to release some things. Just let go of them. Have them there on that journal. And then that way you don't have to carry it and think about it constantly. That's what really helped me when I was going through, again, the acute stress disorder. 2021? 2021. Journaling was a way for me to let go and to forget a lot of my anxieties and my stresses. It's like, because every day, the thing with that sickness, if you can call it that, is that every day the fears can grow again. It compounds. But when I write, I feel like nagle-lessen siya.
Kasi you're writing.
Because I'm writing, lumalabas siya. So it goes down, down. And then I try to fill my brain with good things instead.
The fact that you write it, though, does it mean that it goes out of your brain and your heart?
Again, it's different for everyone, but to me, that is very much my dynamics with a piece of paper. It's really literally an outlet where I can let go of a lot of the things in my head and heart. Because I always feel so good and at peace after I've released or written down what's on my mind, even if I haven't really made sense of it, even if I haven't really completely understood it. Just the fact that I was able to write it down and I don't have to constantly think about it, I feel so much lighter.
That's true.
So much more calm.
I love that.
And it just takes a little bit more time to revisit those notes and then try to really meditate and make sense of, but why do I feel this way?
Yeah.
What should I do about it? That's the next step, I think.
That's the best part.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, okay, I understand now. Okay, moving on.
Right.
Diba?
But just a disclaimer, a lot of things in your life you also will not understand.
Yeah.
That's the thing about thoughts and feelings is you cannot understand.
Okay, hindi ko gets. Bye.
Yeah, hindi ko gets. Like, okay, this is how I feel. Hindi ko gets. Medyo nakakainis.
Okay.
Why do I think this way? Pero yun eh.
Yeah.
Move on with life. But then, again, the things that you can try to make time to understand, then go for it. Yeah, it's worth it.
And I think even personal growth, sometimes you don't understand the whole process.
No.
You just have to go and do your thing.
Do your best every day.
And if
Just
you have
little things.
if you have blank pages on your journal and you're afraid, hala, what am I gonna write there? Yeah, it's not about filling it up. Kasi,
Yeah. Don't let that overwhelm you. I think, if anything, let that excite you. All the blank pages. Imagine
or the blank pages
filling-
of you na hindi mo pa alam, diba?
Ooh, so
Parang
like
it's okay.
possibilities
Yeah.
and potential.
Yeah,
Right?
because you
Let
can
it
be
excite
everything and
you.
you can be anything. Yeah, diba?
That's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah. Chill lang. Diba? Chill ka with your growth. Kasi, yun nga, if you already appreciate yourself and that's what you get from journaling, is you see more of yourself and then you appreciate, okay, I'm like this. And then, if you're good, then the days will flow. I mean, that's God's gift naman to us, diba? Okay. So, do you have anything else to share to them?
Well, I just want to say that I'm very, very proud of you, Case, for making all of this happen, because it's not easy being a one-woman show. Well,
I ask help.
Well, she does ask help, but she's really the one managing everything, from the social media to the production to coordinating with the designer. So it's a lot of work for just one person, right? But it's really beautiful seeing what you're able to do for yourself, right? Because you're
Oh,
doing this also for yourself as a creative outlet, but also how it's helping a lot of our friends and people that we don't even know. I really, really love the format of the planner journal and calm days. So like I super feel you guys and I understand how it's really helpful. And I'm looking forward to a lot of our plans this year, the workshops and everything. So I hope that you guys would be open to joining us in real life workshops.
More than online, because there are provinces we can't reach.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Last words for this
words.
episode. Go.
Just try to stay grateful every day for the littlest things and look forward. There's so many more things ahead of all of us. Try not to take things so seriously. Even if you don't feel like smiling, try to smile and have a project, any project that you can work on. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was fun. And I'm looking forward to meeting you guys in person very soon.
Okay, guys. Bye. See you.
Casey.
Bye. What is this? Okay, bye, guys. Alright, so that was so nice, Chiara. Thank you so much for sharing all of your beautiful gems about journaling. I'm sure you guys were able to take some notes for your own journaling journey as well. And if you enjoyed this sincere podcast episode, please leave a comment down below and subscribe to our channel for more. I also encourage you to think of a friend who would benefit and enjoy listening to this episode, and please do send the link their way. Learning and growing is so much better with friends. We have so much more sincere conversations like this to share in the future, and we're grateful that you get to be a part of each one. So I'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye!